is peak? Because peak is not the same for everyone. Like, some people think that this is peak, and some others consider this to be peak. For the longest time, I've considered Attack on Titan to be peak. But there's a new kid on the block who's slowly poking their heads out. And that new kid is called If you've spent more than 5 minutes on the internet, you probably know what Dandadan is. Sorry. Dandadan. But just in case you haven't heard it, here's a little rundown. Dandadan is an anime about two kids fighting aliens and ghosts in order to get their genitals back. Hear me out. Dandadan, it's not entirely about two kids getting their genitals back. Dandadan is about crazy, fun, unpredictable adventures with your friends while slowly falling in love. The genitals part is mostly for comedy, I think. I'm gonna go more in depth with the story in a minute because the point of this video is to talk about everything that makes Dandadan potentially peak, which in my opinion are these 5 things: animation and style, story, characters, opening, and recommendability. And yes, that last one is a real word, I think. You and me together are gonna go down this list and one by one rate each section out of 10 grapes. If the final rating comes out to be more than 9.5 grapes, then this anime is truly peak and can finally sit comfortably right next to Attack on Titan. And because your boy is not a full-time YouTuber yet, I can't just take the day off and film this video. So let's discuss if Dandadan is truly great, while at the same time I deliver food with Uber Eats. And we got our first order. Alrighty. Alright, let's talk about animation and style. This anime is so well animated. Dude, the fights are incredible, but so is everything else, to be honest. That's probably because of the style. I mean, just look at how Momo is walking in this ultra wide shot.
Why is life so cruel?
Science Saru is the name of the animation studio that's currently making Dandadan, and they are killing it. Hello, Uber Eats pickup from Meg M. Thank you so much. We got the food. I'm not too familiar with this studio, if I'm being honest, but they're very respected in the anime community for making stuff like Ping Pong Animation and Devilman Crybaby. Their animation can be weird and cartoonish, but super fluid, which is perfect for a show like Dandadan. Dandadan. Okay, that's probably the last time I'll make that joke, okay? That's enough. What I'm trying to say is that Science Saru is a respected studio, so Dandadan fans, you're in good hands. And with that said, Dandadan gets 10 grapes for animation and style. Simple as that. Ken is a nerdy guy who's into the occult. You know, UFOs and aliens and whatnot. Momo, on the other hand, believes in ghosts, but denies the existence of aliens. So, to prove each other wrong, they individually go to a UFO sighting spot in the haunted tunnel. And this is where things get really ugly. Ken gets cursed by a turbo granny, and Momo gets abducted by aliens. And when everything seemed lost, Momo awakens her psychic powers and does flashy things and kicks alien butt. These kids, who barely know each other's names, just went through the scariest, most traumatic moment of their lives together. So naturally, a seed of affection is planted. Is it love? Is it friendship? I don't know. But we're sure to find out, since this was only episode 1. Like, this show is packed, bro. I love this story because it's super simple, yet extremely interesting, since it makes you wonder things like, Ken got his PP stolen by a ghost. So what happens to him now? Can he break the curse, or is he gonna stay like that forever? And if a ghost took Ken's PP, what other powers do other ghosts and aliens have? Momo got abducted by aliens and awakened some power. What other things can she do with that power? What are the limits of her power? There's a whole ridiculous world out there that we haven't explored yet. So with that said, the story and the plot overall get 10 grapes. Man, it took me so long to get here, but I'm here. So let's go deliver some food. But I think I'm just gonna take my phone with me, because I feel like having the big camera with me, it's just gonna be too much. So hello, are you Megan? Yes, this is your food.
Oh, thank you so much.
Sorry it took so long.
Oh, it's okay.
All right, well, I hope you have a great day. Bye bye. That is Megan right there, and we successfully delivered our food. You know what I just realized? I came all the way out here, drove almost an hour, okay? I went through the toll road just to get like $11. What? That was like 20 miles, dude. Gas isn't cheap, okay? Yeah, this isn't worth it, guys. This is not worth it. So, I think I'm just gonna go pick up Susie at work and go have a coffee with her. Maybe a coffee is gonna calm my nerves. I don't know. Well, hello, beautiful.
Hi.
I need your help right now.
What's up?
3, 2, 1.
And now let's talk about characters.
This is honestly one of my favorite sections to talk about, since I love character-driven shows. I'm gonna use My Hero Academia as an example right now. My Hero has great characters, but in my opinion, it has too many characters. And when you try to make the audience care so much about every single character, you end up caring about no one, if I'm being honest. Which is why I prefer when an anime focuses on a few individuals. Dandadan has a small cast, and I want to talk about 3 characters in specific. Mainly because I'm anime only, and we've only gotten 5 episodes as the time of recording. And with that said, meet Momo Ayase.
You have to be my girlfriend.
She's the type of girl you would define as a gyaru, which basically means a flashy girl who usually dresses to show more skin, or dyes her hair, does her nails, and can even speak in a thuggish way. Momo has a great sense of fashion, but she's more thuggish than anything else though. Oh, you're being a bad boyfriend? What about I kick you in the face? She knows exactly who she is, and she's not afraid to show it. And that's something I really like about Momo. But on the other hand, my boy Ken Takakura, better known as Okarun, is a nerdy otaku who gets picked on because, you know, he's small and weird. He's really passionate about the occult though, and is always reading UFO and alien books. Oh, don't even mention that aliens don't exist, because my man will go off. He's lonely though. No friends, no girlfriend, no one to rant about the occult with. No one. You feel bad for the guy most of episode 1. Even after meeting Momo, who enjoys talking to him for whatever reason, he still undervalues himself. My man is pathetically pathetic, and he loses his junk first episode. Oh my gosh, poor guy. But this is why you care so much about him. You want to see him grow, and he does grow. It just takes some time to readjust and do the opposite of what you've been doing your entire life, which in this case is undervaluing yourself. So don't sell yourself short. Are you almost done? You're ready to go? He reminds me of Mop, a character who gives it his all, even though he is pathetic and no girl ever looks his way. But something I like about Okarun is that he's funny. Not that he's like actually funny, he's just funny looking. I'm sorry, Okarun. But my favorite character of the entire show has to be this woman. 3 things real quick. Yes, I'm back in my house and in Susie's nail station again. Yes, I'm wearing glasses for the entirety of this next section. And yes, I'm freaking obsessed with this woman. She has the best character design in the entire show, in my humble opinion. She's just wife material, okay? Every time she's on screen, she owns it. She's so funny, she's actually helpful, she has glasses, she always wears comfy clothes. She's just vibes. People online are calling her female Gojo. You know, white hair, overpowered, eye candy, sure, okay? Female Gojo. But she's better. We haven't really learned much about her though, because it's only been a few episodes. All we know is that she's extremely powerful. She's a very powerful spirit medium and pretty famous too. She's been on the news, I think. That and the fact that she's Momo's grandma, aka she's 70. And with that said, Dandaran characters get 10 grapes. Easy. The opening is a very important component of an anime. Openings bring people together. Wait, you've never seen a group of people singing the Pokemon opening together? Yeah, you're missing out. Some openings go so hard that it makes you want to watch the anime, like Mashle, for example. A very funny anime that I wouldn't have watched if it wasn't for Opening 2, Bling Bang Bang Born, which easily became one of my favorite anime songs. And knowing all of that, people still ask, oh, you like the glasses? I got you. And knowing all of that, people still ask me, why do you care so much about the opening when most people just skip it? Well, because I don't want people to skip it, okay? Do you even know how much time it takes to produce one single opening? You know how music artists will make a music video for one of their songs in their album? Well, animation studios have to make sometimes multiple openings for one series. We're talking about hiring the right band to make the right music. We're talking about sleepless nights animating. We're talking about weeks of planning, sweat and tears poured into this one project, just for you to go ahead and press that skip button. Alright, listen, I get it. Not every opening out there is good, okay? And I give you permission to skip the bad ones. Sure, okay, sure. But if you dare to skip Dandaran's opening, you deserve jail time, okay? Because this is a masterpiece. I can hear you repeating it over and over. It's the colors, the aesthetics, the music, the uniqueness, the magic, the brilliant animation. It's a masterclass on how to make a music video, which is why this opening easily, very easily gets 10 grapes. 12 if I could. And last, but certainly not least, we gotta talk about the recommendability. And I feel like this is something that usually flies over people's heads, but it is so important that I'm gonna have to take off the glasses and not be goofy for this next part, because yeah, it's serious. It's a serious topic, and I want to get into it. There's a little detail that I skipped over when I was talking about the plot and Momo getting abducted. There's some stuff that happens there, some really weird stuff that happens with Momo. And I didn't want to tell you then, because this anime is just such a masterpiece, and this is the one thing that is kind of holding it back, in my opinion. And to sell you on how important recommendability is, I actually went ahead and interviewed my friend, who I'm just gonna play the interview. So you're a normal guy, right?
Yeah.
You play video games?
A lot.
You watch Cobra Kai?
I do.
Normal person right here. So I made you watch the first episode of Dandadan. I wanted to get your opinion. Like an honest opinion of what you thought.
All right. The first episode was, I guess it was okay. I will say the one scene where the girl is captured on like this spaceship, and you know her arms are like strapped and her legs are strapped, and like that was pretty uncomfortable. Watching with Shelly, like I guess it made me feel a little bit awkward. Like, should I be watching this anime by myself? Like, seeing that kind of like awkward scene with somebody's kind of like secondhand embarrassing. Like, it gives you secondhand embarrassment.
Did you like watch episode 2 or?
No, I mean, honestly, I was still just caught off guard with the first episode. I feel like the first episode was like a lot. So like, I'm wondering, like, is the next episode gonna be just as like, you know, something crazy gonna happen? Like,
so if we were to have a scene like that in Attack on Titan, which we don't, but if we were, you'd probably not mind because it adds to the craziness in the world.
yeah.
You look away and someone gets eaten and it's like disturbing and bloody and gory and those kinds of things.
I like your example with Attack on Titan, but I feel like it was given like a little bit more time before like you kind of you realize like the world is just like so crazy or whatnot. But I feel like when Don went like, you know,
First episode
craziness, like I feel like if you're trying to project like this is the type of crazy world or crazy stuff that can happen, like I don't know, it would have been nice for like a little bit more build up to that.
I appreciate you watching the show, episode 1, and trusting me with this experiment, I guess.
That's right.
Okay, if we do the math correctly, we got 45 grapes out of 50, which translates to 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10, that's the final rating. Although if I'm recommending this to an anime fan, it's probably a 10 out of 10. So is Dandadan peak? Not quite. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. And that's all I have to say for today. A very special thanks to all of my subscribers. And a normal thanks to everyone else. Bye!
Simple minds. I guess we'll take it one by